It's any child's worst nightmare to find your mother dead.
Just as horrible. An Oro Valley woman tells N4 Tucson investigators her feelings of grief turned to anger once she went through her mother's phone and saw that the last call her mother ever made was to 911, but no one responded.
Of course, Nylander gets answers in tonight's N4 Tucson investigation.
Well, this is a heartbreaking situation. This woman's mother died from natural causes. She was able to dial 911, but we'll never know if there was enough time to save her. Her daughter found her dead a few hours later.
I mean, I was yelling and screaming and, crying and trying to find my phone, trying to get the dogs back.
It was one of the worst moments of Megan Kuhn's life. On November 26th, she found her best friend, her mother, Alicia Mercer, lying face down, dead on the floor in the apartment they share here in Oro Valley.
I'm very overwhelmed with sadness that it was too soon, it wasn't her time to go. And
her mother was only 68 years old. Her death was due to natural causes, but Megan's grief turned into anger when she took a look at her mother's phone and saw her call history.
At 12:49, she called 911, and then 12:50, there's sheriffs, and then the Oro Valley PD.
The N4 Tucson investigators reviewed her mother's call logs. We could see she called 911 about 6 hours before Megan came home at sundown to find her dead. The Pima County Sheriff's Office and Oro Valley Police tried calling back shortly after her call to 911, but there was no answer. There would be no cavalry coming to help her mother.
I should not have been the one to find her. They should have come, they should have done their job. I feel let down. I feel like I don't want this to happen to anybody else.
But why did no one respond to help her mother? That's what I asked Oro Valley Police Support Services Commander John Teachout.
This is just one of those that is truly, truly unfortunate. And, a thorough investigation was completed.
911, what are you reporting?
He says her mother's call went through to dispatchers but was hung up without any communication. As we saw, the sheriff's office tried calling her back, then passed it on to Oro Valley Police, who also couldn't get through. The cell phone pinged in the heavily populated Oracle and McGee area. The radius was too large to figure out where she was.
We couldn't pinpoint where the call had actually come from. There was no actionable information for the police department to take in order to further investigate, one, where the call came from, and two, who made the call and what the situation was.
He says what could have made the difference, which he hopes others will pay close attention to, is staying on the line with dispatchers.
Even if you can't speak into it, leave the phone connected. That way, first responders can, with that refreshed data, narrow down the location of where it is that you're located.
Megan will never know if time could have made a difference for her mother. She still believes police could have done more to find her.
If they would have done any investigating at all or any type of follow-up, they would have definitely found out who she was. Her phone was in, her name, and there's no reason for it. So, they didn't do their duty. They failed us, failed me, and failed my mother completely.
And the Oro Valley Police Department confirmed that there was no foul play in Megan's mother's death. It was due to natural causes. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@KVOA.com or call our tip line at 520-955-4555.